welcome back to another video. This is Evesham Gamer, Teg, also known as. This is Mystic Mog. It's not quite dark enough yet for Mystic Mog to light up. But anyway, right, my top 10 SEGA Mega CD games. Now, I don't have many, I have 15. But out of those games, those are the games that I used to play a very long time ago. And I still feel really bad that back when there used to be a little shop in Godalming in Surrey where I used to live, or I used to live in a little village called Hascombe just outside, about 2 miles outside of Godalming, a little shop called Console Crazy. And I had a SEGA Megadrive and a SEGA Mega CD, and I had about 20, maybe 30 games. And I swapped the entire lot for a Super Nintendo with Super Mario World and Super Bomberman 2. Big mistake. But the games I had, I've got them right here. So in no particular order. First one, Silpede. Okay, this is an isometric shooter, and I like to think it's in the vein of Viewpoint on the Neo Geo. Now, was that released before this or after it? But it's isometric either way, and I highly recommend this game. It's got you know, some people say it's Star Foxy. Well, it's just utilising the power of the Mega CD basically. Sonic CD. What a game. For all the more recent releases or re-releases of Sonic CD, you still can't beat Old Faithful. And Old Faithful is the best version that there is out there, especially in my opinion the UK version, only because of the soundtrack to it. It's got a really good techno soundtrack to it, and you just can't go wrong basically. Probably one of, if not, it's debatable. Some people say this is the best Sonic game ever made, but it is for me personally. So Final Fight CD. Okay, Final Fight CD is the best version of Final Fight outside of the arcade, if not better than the arcade, due to the soundtrack mainly. Spent many a day playing. Oh, and it's got 2 players as well. Sorry, Super Nintendo, you got fucked over on that one. Love that one. Fourth one, anyone got this one recently? But I've just, you can play as a chicken in it, for goodness sake. Eternal Champions, Challenge from the Dark Side. This is a great beat 'em up. I really hope that Sega do bring back this franchise, because Eternal Champions is a lost beat 'em up, and this was the definitive way to play the game. But not everyone gets the chance to play it. I mean, obviously you can emulate it, but to play it in its natural form actually on a SEGA Mega CD is, you know, is the best way to play it. But yeah, you can play as a fucking chicken. What the fuck? Do any of you know a chicken out there? I do. Feed me chicken. And I've got a video coming up that's a bit of an homage to Mr. Chicken coming up in the next couple of weeks, but that's for another story. Right, Crisscross, Make My Video. Now, I ain't gonna sit here and tell you this is a great game, okay? But to me, it is a great game, and it's a great game because it's got these dudes in it. Do you remember the song Jump by Crisscross? I mean, I forget which guy it is now. Is it Daddy Mac or Mac Daddy? One of them passed away, unfortunately, so rest in peace to him. But this was, I just loved the DJ guy in it, Boyd Packer. You know, I just loved it, and I just have so much nostalgia for this game, and that's why it's in my top 10. I shouldn't really call it a top 10, really. I should just call it 10 games, 10 Mega CD games that are my favourites. Okay, Night Trap. Night Trap. For all of its controversy back in the day when they tried to ban this in Mortal Kombat, and even the kids were telling their parents, "Mum, Dad, it's not that bad." I hate my fucking try and make my American accent, does not work. But they were telling their parents, it just doesn't, it's not bad. But the politicians, well, they weren't having none of it. Only because they'd never played the fucking game. Anyway, I do like this. I do like this game, and Fortunately, you can play effectively a high definition version on the Nintendo Switch. I've yet to get that. I think it's on the PS4 as well. So if ever I get a PS4, I'll be certain to pick that up. Next one, Sewer Shark. Well, not the greatest of games, but it's just that video intro. You know, when Ghost calls you dog meat, he calls you dog meat, and Catfish, the little robot. Yeah, you go out there into the sewers and you kill all the ratagators and bats, and basically you're trying to get yourself to Solar City. I've never completed this game. I don't think I ever will, but either way, you know, such a great game. And I do like these big boxes, but they are prone to crack, as you can see on this one. Fortunately, most of my Mega CD stuff is immaculate. Next one, Wonder Dog. Yeah, quite a hard one to get these days. Wonder Dog is a game created by Core Design, and those are the people that made Chuck Rock 2 and BC Racers. I do like this game as a platform. It's not overly difficult, and it's just, you know, it just reeks of the 90s. It really does. So yeah, definitely one of my favourites, that one. Afterburner 3. Okay, I ain't gonna fucking lie to you, right? Afterburner 3, the soundtrack to this game is absolutely phenomenal. For when it came out, when was that? 1993 or 1991? I think it was 1993. When it came out, this is actually what I was reading anyway. Is effectively, it's actually was an unreleased version of G-Lock, something like that. But the music in this is brilliant. But man, I'll go as far to say that some of the graphics in Afterburner 2 on the Megadrive are actually better than this one. But the soundtrack, sorry, just is probably one of the best soundtracks I've ever heard on a game. And that techno song on level 11, it's on another level. So the final game in my top 10, whatever you want to call it, Power Factory, featuring CNC Music Factory. Yeah, those 90s dance group that had songs like Gonna Make You Sweat, and fucking hell, there you go. They definitely made more songs than that. But does it tell you the names of the songs on the back? No, it doesn't. Gonna Make You Sweat and a couple of other ones that are on there. Again, it's another effectively a Make My Music video. Yeah, some really corny acting in this, but if you get the chance to pick this up and you've got the money to get this, do so. And that's it. That's my 10 favourite, and I keep saying top 10, but no, it's my 10 favourite Sega Mega CD games. So I hope you've enjoyed seeing those. Got any comments? Drop them below, let me know what you think. I've got some other games obviously, but I don't really want to mention them. But some honourable mentions though really would be Road Avenger, Time Gal, BC Racers, which was obviously I mentioned a minute ago, which is like a fucking Chuck Rock Mario Kart, if you want to call it, Soul Star, and I guess probably a last honourable mention would probably have to go to the Sega Classics collection, because obviously there's some different sounds within Streets of Rage, Golden Axe and Columns, specifically the voices of Axel, Blaze and Adam in Streets of Rage, and I think the voices as well in Golden Axe as well. But unfortunately they weren't the Golden Axe wasn't the arcade version, it was the Megadrive version, just with a slightly different soundtrack. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed that, and yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Ta-ta for now.